welcome here in Barcelona with this beautiful Mediterranean weather day. As you know, that's what we are famous for. I'm really happy to have you, some old friends here, some new ones of the DTL community that's growing slowly every year. It has been quite a long year preparing this. Since the last time we met in Columbia University, New York. Basically, we are in for a couple of days of very intense discussions, presentations, and especially I want to stress that here is the place where the result of the work of many of you is just put in common with the other ones, and where many interesting interactions we know that usually happen, and I invite you to keep connecting, right? So, as you know, DTL has a couple of very important events, or very important actions. One are the grants. So I especially want to welcome the grantees of this year. And I know they have been doing a wonderful research work, and you will see them in action and showing this. But also, DTL, as I said, tries to connect different types of communities. We are going to have, I think, very interesting panel discussions about very different areas, including ethics, including bias, including design, including how you create value from transparency. As you know, we've been working to make clear what transparency is, to connect but separate sometimes with other areas like privacy. But just we know we have a close connection to these other areas, but we also are creating other separate lines of research that probably will pollinate these areas too, right? I have with me Nozha Boujemaa from INRIA. This is one of the things that we are also very pleased to share with you this year. INRIA has become part of DTL at the end of the last year. INRIA is kind of a super prestigious institution of research, not only in Europe. And I think, and I want to also express my gratitude for INRIA to actually joining with us and giving the support to make this possible. I have to also show gratitude to Telefónica for all the effort that has put during all this year to make this a reality, and also this time for sharing this venue, right?
Hello, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here today, and also on behalf of INRIA, I'm really happy to join this effort and this event this year, but more generally, DTL initiative. I mean, transparency and accountability takes a great place in our, and more and more in research activities for INRIA and worldwide, in fact, in the research community. And this year at INRIA, we were preparing the strategic plan for the next coming 4 and 5 years. And one of the challenges is trusted AI and co-evolution between humans and machines, sorry. And one of the key challenges is accountability and transparency. And this become, in fact, more complex as it is including not only privacy issues, but more and more about algorithmic system bias from data bias, machine learning bias, but also information flow monitoring issues. And in fact, more and more different disciplines need to work together. But also law is changing in our countries, especially in France. We have very recently the law for the digital republic, where it is, in fact, the government give the right to citizens for the explainability of decision making when it is used by public services. So it's very important law, and that's why in France there is the effort about Transalgo initiative. So we'll have more time to talk about such efforts all around our community. But just few words to say that it is needing now more interdisciplinary discussion, co-conception of solutions, but also international collaboration for so difficult and complex challenges. Thank you, and have a nice conference.
Thank you. Okay, yes, for the only practical thing I will say right now is if you want to tweet about the conference, don't forget the hashtag is DTL conference. We couldn't find anything any shorter, right? DTL conference altogether, lowercase, right? Okay, there's one thing that I want to say also is that when the DTL effort was started, it was very clear that all these topics were seen as a kind of a menace, a problem, something that was putting us in a very complex situation as a society, etc. And the group that started this had a different point of view. Was, hey, this is an opportunity, right? And this is an opportunity for innovation in many different dimensions, right? The technical one, of course, the business one, of course, but there are other dimensions that could be explored from the idea of actually working for technologies for data transparency, which connect with, for example, algorithmic transparency, decision-making from other entities like companies and administrations. But I want to stress this opportunity to create a new hub for innovation, right? And this is what DTL really aims to be. So in that sense, these 2 days we are going to discuss the opportunities for actually creating new value, new innovation from what we are dealing with, right? Today, and our keynote speaker today, will deal in part with these topics. I'm very happy that we have Francesca Bria, who is the person in Barcelona from the City Council that is the head of social digital innovation. Here in Barcelona, I think that we have a very interesting situation right now where the City Council has taken a very clear direction in the sense of being on the side of the user and working with this idea of data sovereignty, which actually you have the right to your data, to have all the transparency you can get from different actors. And they have created a very interesting set of projects and different lines that I think that are very interesting for this community to know about. Basically, to understand that Barcelona has something to say about that. That there is that we are here in Barcelona, DTL is started here too, and we are happy to be located here. But we are doubly happy this time because our City Council has also this line of thought, right? So with much further ado, I really want to introduce you to Francesca Bria, who is going to deliver her keynote speech.